Welcome everyone, this is Zozo Stockwatch, and let's get ready for Wednesday, November 15th, and this is your stock watch list for November 15th. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the overnight futures. It's about 7:37 p.m. my time, Eastern time. Currently, Dow futures down about 63, 64 points here, actually 65. Wow, so some fast selling going on here in the Dow futures. S&P futures down about 9. NASDAQ futures down about 18 points on the NASDAQ. Commodity gold is down about $1.50 or so on gold, and WTI trading at 55.11, down 1.06%, down 59 cents there on WTI. Go ahead and look at the earnings calls for tomorrow. You have a Target. They'll be on their conference call at 8 o'clock. Children's Place, 8 o'clock. Let's see what else is there for our earnings conference calls. MNGA, 11 o'clock conference call there. Rex, 10 o'clock conference call. After the bell, we have Cisco having their earnings conference call at 6:30. NTAP having theirs at 5:30. If we go ahead and look at our earnings for tomorrow, JASO will be reporting earnings. Like we said, Children's Place, MTOR before the bell. Target, TGT, all before the bell. Tomorrow, then after hours, Cisco, L Brands, NTAP, NTES after the bell for tomorrow. For our economic information for Wednesday the 15th, we have the NBA mortgage applications. We have the Empire State at 8:30. We also have consumer price index at 8:30, retail sales at 8:30. That'll be important, retail sales. 10 o'clock Atlanta Fed business. 10 o'clock business inventories, and 10:30 we have the EIA petroleum, so watch your USO ETF there. Let's see if there's any numbers coming out from Japan. I guess this passed already. Japan had their GDP come out at around 10 minutes to 7. So that's for your economic information and your earnings. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the markets for today in the action. So those dip buyers showed up again on the SPY. You see the bottoming tails here on the SPY, but it looks like maybe they might not be rewarded as the futures are moving down. SPY moving down in the after hours, as you see in this after hours chart. Not sure what this must have been, a bad tick or something, but the SPY is kind of moving down near that 257 mark. This is where the dip buyers came in today around 256.50, pushed this back up. Now we're kind of rolling over, so we'll have to watch that 256.50 spot tomorrow. So that's pretty much where the dip buyers came in on the SPY. You see the bottoming candles the last few days here, these bottoming tails. So they've been rewarded. Let's see now what's going to happen to them for tomorrow. QQQ also, sorry for all the lines from the intraday charts, sorry about that. So right now, currently, the Qs are holding the 13 EMA. We held it here, and we're holding it today, the 13 EMA on the Qs. The low today on the Qs, 152.57 for the QQQ. IBB not faring nicely today, but is trying to hold above this 300 spot. You see that's kind of the breakout area, 300. So we are trying to hold that 300 spot, but we did break this 200 SMA, and you see the fast moving averages rolling over here on the 8 and the 5. So you got to watch that 300, and today the low on the IBB was 302.05, so we got to watch that 302.05 spot and then the 300 spot. So on the IBB. Next up, we'll take a look at the IYT. Still battling at that 150 SMA, a little bit of a bounce here, but not too much. Some of the airlines, JetBlue was popping today. Nice pop there in JetBlue. Save trying to turn back up here off the 50 SMA. DAL, another airline, maybe trying to put in a bottom here on DAL. UAL, not so much. UAL still looking weak. LUV trying to hold here on LUV. You notice back here it held this 300 moving average here and bounced off of it. Now it's right back down to the 300 moving average and trying to bounce off it again on LUV. Did we do DAL? Yeah, we did Delta Airlines, UAL, we did AAL. That one trying to hold the 300 SMA also here, the orange line you see here. So we'll see if they want to reverse these up. LUV, SAVE, JetBlue. We'll look at some of the rails now. CSX. Rolling over below the 200 SMA, UNP, trying to hold the 20 SMA on UNP, and then CP breaking down below the 20 SMA. That's some of the rails. And KSU, down below the 50 SMA on KSU. So the railroads, NSC, we'll take a look at this one. Trying to hold this 126 area on NSC, but looks very weak right now, below the 50, below all the fast moving averages. FedEx, let's check that out for the transports. We did get the bounce off the 100 SMA, but kind of stalling out here at the blue line, the 50 SMA on FedEx. UPS, trying to get back above the 10 SMA so far. No dice on UPS doing that so far. Next up, let's take a look at we'll take a look at TAN. All right, TAN just grinding up, and some names in there. First Solar, Sedge. That one looks good still, and First Solar look like the two leaders. Let's see, SOL popping very strong. SOL moving up to new highs here on a nice volume. So SOL moving up. SUNW not so much. SPWR kind of consolidating after that gap up, trying to hold above the 13. We'll see. JASO, which reports earnings tomorrow. We'll see how that one does. JKS. Another China name, but some topping tails here at that number 29. CSIQ, another one in the solars, not looking too good. So First Solar and Sedge probably look the best, and that SOL has been getting the most action in it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the dollar. The dollar right now rolling over again on the dollar. SLX, steel names rolling over. Letter X, AKS, STLD, NUE, all rolling over. TMST. All rolling over. So far, we didn't get that infrastructure spending, so they're kind of rolling over there on those steel names. USO, we'll take a look at that. After this run up, a little bit of a pullback here to about the $11 area on USO. If we go ahead and look at oil itself, light sweet crude. Same thing, after that push to 58, pulling back to about 55. Let's see if they can hold this 55 area for crude oil now on crude oil. So we'll see. UNG, nat gas, started to push up, now rolling back over, and now below the 10 SMA again. SMH, still looking strong, trying to hold this 13 EMA, this 102 area, and trying to get back over 104. Names like Texas Instruments and Intel still holding up there. NVIDIA looking strong. MU very strong today on MU. AMD not so much. AMAT. We'll take a look at that one. Holding above the fast moving averages on AMAT. So they're still holding up okay, most of the semis. And lastly, for the markets, we'll look at the IWM. That's trying to hold this 145 spot. You see the bottoming tails here around that 145.50 area here on the IWM. It's a slight pullback from the highs here. And so let's see if they can hold this green line there. And then IWC, the micro caps, also trying to hold this 91 spot. We were up at what, 96 area, and we pulled back to about 91. So bulls are trying to defend this 91, $90 area for the IWC. So let's see if they can continue to do that. And the OIH kind of rolled over tonight, or today I should say. IWOIH having a big push down here. Such names like Schlumberger, Halliburton, and Rig all moving down. So it doesn't look too pretty for the oil services sector there. All right, let's go ahead and we'll get right into the watch list. First one up here, more for a swing trade, BECN. Lennar and Toll Brothers and KBH, all right, PHM, all looking strong. So we'll see if this BECN wants to follow up on that. So watching this BECN. Next up, we have USG, same sector, right? Building materials. Let's see if this one can get over today's highs of 34.33, 34.35 area on USG. So USG and BECN look pretty good there. All right, some smaller names now. This CASI, we got a trade on this at ZozoStockwatch.com. We do day trading in the morning, and we got a nice push up in this CASI, caught it perfectly and gave us a nice trade intraday on CASI. CCCL, big pop here today, so we'll see if this sets up intraday. Some of these China names are really popping nicely. Another name for possible swing trade, CHSP. All right, it's a REIT, hotel motel, trying to get over this 28.50 spot on the name. If you got to kind of see the wedge here. All right, trying to break out through that wedge, CHSP. GLYC, turning back up. It's a biotech. Looking for some continuation in this name tomorrow over 1240 maybe on GLYC. KNDI, turning back up. Trying to look for that break of, say, 785, 790 for the $8 break. MARK, they had earnings today. They got a late push up, so we'll see if this one wants to set up intraday for tomorrow. Mark, MBII, nice push here, 1.6 million. This will be on watch intraday. MOSY, popped, pulled back, so we'll see if there's any life in this one for tomorrow on Mosey, MYOS. About 800,000 shares. I guess you got to kind of start from somewhere. So this one needs to maybe get over the 50 SMA, which is 137. So we'll see if we can do that tomorrow and get a push up. Nike looking okay, holding above the 10 SMA. Now with the futures down tonight, we'll have to see, how Nike and a lot of these stocks are going to set up. We may be getting a down open tomorrow because of the S&P futures in the overnight. So we'll see if they come in and dip by again in the overnight session for the futures. But right now, we'll just play it like, off the charts here. OMNT, trying to get up through this $4 spot. Maybe over 375 might be enough on this one, but very low volume. All right, if you note, 98,000 shares, so very low volume in that one. PYDS, trying to turn up over the 10 SMA, holding the 13 EMA right here, trying to get back up over the 10 SMA. So a little thing I just want to talk about, and then we'll go back into the watch list. I have my own site, ZozoStockwatch.com. If you'd like to come take a look at our site for $9.99. You can get 7 days trial offer. Just hit the join me button now, and it's $9.99. If you like the service, it just rolls over into the monthly. You can cancel before the end of the trial, and there'll be no auto renewal for that. All right, and we also run a swing trade off the private feed. If you can't sit in front of your computer, $29.95, and you can have access to the private feed, or you can do the monthly for $84.95 if you want to try the monthly. All right, so that's ZozoStockwatch.com, and this is the home page right here, and that's me. So if you want to come trade with me, come join. All right, and you can come trade with me, ZozoStockWatch.com. All right, let's get right back into the watch list here. PYDS, like we said, holding the 13 EMA, trying to break out over this 10 SMA, so I'll have that on watch. RESN, semiconductor name, nice pop in this today. Over 300,000 shares, so we'll see. Coming up to a resistance spot here, but maybe over this, highs today, which was, I think it was at what, 518, 520. Maybe we'll get a continuation move in that. Roku starting to pull back here on Roku, so we'll see if this one, wants to turn back up or set up intraday on Roku. One more down day would be really nice on that one. SAVE, we talked about this one. Maybe this wants to start turning around on Spirit Airlines. SEED, Seed. Ag name pushing up here, over 800,000 shares traded. We'll see how this one sets up intraday. SKYW, SkyWest, nice pop here, over 400,000 shares traded. We'll see if this wants to maybe make a continuation move through 47.75, possible swing trade there on that name. SNMX, nice pop. We'll see how this sets up intraday on the name, 1.6 million shares. SORL, SORL, this one had earnings after the bell tonight. Big pop, holding most of the gains here. We'll see if there's any kind of intraday setup on this. I'm not going to chase it up here. We'll see if we get a pullback, maybe a red to green or something like that, or some basing, consolidation for a possible trade. USG we spoke about already. VRS, nice pop here. Let's see if there's any kind of continuation move in VRS. WIN, 5.1 million shares in WIN Telecom Services. So maybe over the highs today of 220, maybe we get a continuation move. WKHS, Auto Parts, maybe this one will move up with SORL tomorrow. Maybe some kind of sympathy to that. The high today was 307, so maybe over 308. Needs some volume to come in though on WKHS and XXII. They had news today. The stock popped and made it all the way up to about $2.30. We called this one in the service at ZozoStockWatch.com, and traders got a nice afternoon trade in XXII. And so we'll see if this one wants to set up intraday for tomorrow. All right, so that's the watch list. My name is Mike, ZozoStockWatch.com. Come trade with me, come learn with me, and thank you so much for watching the videos on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up if you like the videos, and good day trading tomorrow, and we'll see you around Twitter. Zozo Stockwatch on Twitter and Zozo Stockwatch on StockTwits. Have a very nice evening or morning or afternoon whenever you watch these videos. So sometime in the future, have a very good something. All right, take care.